Hey drummers, how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun-free drumming ideas. For this week's lesson, we're going to take up the opening groove from Song 2 by Blur. Fundamentally, it's a really simple beat, but it illustrates nicely how you can take a nice sort of, basic beat for you beginners, and then if you sort of orchestrate it slightly differently, you can come up with something a little bit more special. So, if you like what you saw in the intro, or you just like the song in general, stick around and I'll break it down. Here we go. Alright, so what I'll do first, I'll just break it down between the kick snare and the hi-hat, and what we've got is we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the first measure. Nice and simple, kick, snare, kick, kick, snare, snare. Probably one of the first drum beats you ever learned. For the second measure, we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so we've got kick, kick, snare, kick, tick, kick, snare, snare. Alright, I'll loop those back to back and we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Alright, I'll shut up and I'll play it a couple of times around a little bit faster. Here we go. Okay, and that is your basic groove. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the right hand and we're going to stick that on the rim of the floor tom. Alright, so it's a little bit different to normal. So all you do, I'm just going to, you can sort of go for the far edge of the tom and play it like this. Or you can sort of play it on the edge that's closer to you. And all it's doing is it's acting exactly the same way as your hi-hat, so you're just playing straight eighth notes on there, but you get that nice sort of clicky sound, which is a little bit different. The other thing we're going to do is we're just going to take those double snares, so on the beat 4 and the and of beat 4 of both measures, we're always going to hit the snare drum on beat 4 itself, but then for the ands of beat 4, the first measure is going to go up to the high tom, and then the second measure we're going to bring our left hand over to the floor tom. So you're going to get this 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If we speed it up, it sounds a bit like this. Alright, now if you're learning the whole song, there's pretty much only 2 beats throughout the entire track. This is the first one, it sort of opens up like that. On the recording, I'm 99% sure they've sort of double-tracked the drums and you've got the drums playing what I played originally between the kick snare and the hi-hat, and then also that orchestration with the rim of the floor tom and your left hand moving to the high tom and then the floor tom. So if you're sort of listening to it and thinking, no, I can definitely hear a double snare, you are. Well, at least I think you are. I'm pretty sure you are. 99% sure that you are. But once you get past that sort of opening riff, the woohoo section, where you're just simply playing bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare, bass, bass, snare. So it's pretty much exactly the same drum beat minus the double hits on the snare drum. And if you want to be even more accurate with the song, you've got to hit a crash on beat 4 and then beat 1 again. So you get 1, no, crash on beat 1, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1. Alright, and that's all there is to it. It's a really nice little concept of just taking something really simple, so if you're new to drums and you just want to sort of extend that vocabulary a tiny bit, try going about that by just sort of mixing up and just playing like, well in this case your hi-hat's playing on the rim of your floor tom, you can actually play it on your floor tom like the ride cymbal, the rim of the snare, your high tom, mix it up a tiny bit and then, take those little double snare hits or just replace those actual snare hits with toms and you can come up with something pretty cool. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sort of finish off, I'll sort of play this up to, I'll play it nice and slow first, we're going to pop up there, and then I'll play it nice and fast and I'll chuck in that sort of groove that comes up in the chorus as well. So, here we go. Up to speed. All right, drummers, so there it is. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Don't forget to pop over to onlinedrummer.com if you want to go and grab the sheet music for this lesson. It's completely free to download. Also, while you're over there, you can check out my quick start guide to playing drums. So if you're a beginner and you're watching this, that's a really good place to start, and we go over a few concepts similar to this one, and it sort of extends your vocabulary a bit further. Also, if you check the links below, you'll find a link to my Patreon page. If you enjoy the lessons and you want to support the channel, you can go there for that. Also, there's links to Facebook and Twitter if you want to come and say hello. So until next time, take care, keep drumming, and I'll see you next Thursday for some more fun-free drumming ideas. Oh, and here's last week's video, and there's another random one. And hit this little thing up here if you want to subscribe. That'd be great. Cheers. Bye.